This episode of the Golf Gambling Podcast from the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog is hooking up new customers. Play just $5 to get $100 in bonus funds when you sign up with code GOLF SGPN. Download the SGPN app in your app store for easy, free access to all of SGPN's picks and pods. We're also brought to you by MyBookie.ag. MyBookie is your place to bet on football and everything else. They're proud builders, second to none. Their motto is bet on anything, anywhere, anytime. Easy deposit, lightning fast payouts using crypto. Head to MyBookie.ag, promo code GOLFSGPN for a 100% bet back bonus up to $500 for new customers. That's MyBookie.ag, promo code GOLFSGPN. And finally, we're brought to you by Novig. Novig is America's #1 sports prediction market. Novig is available in 35 plus states, and they have reduced price, reduced VIG. So, for example, Eagles minus 7.5 is only minus 103 on Novig. If you're betting at those numbers regularly, you're saving a lot of money over time. So, download a Novig app and get up to $50 when you spend $5 and use our promo code SGPN. Get in on the action with Novig, promo code SGPN. All right, we are live. Golf is back after a nice week at the Sanderson Farms. A little sweaty on Sunday. A few of the positionals were in play, but we're here. We're here to talk DFS, talk this short DraftKings board. So we only have 70 golfers in the field. We'll run through each range and then build a lineup. So let's get right to it. We have how many guys? 3 guys over $10,000. It's Colin Morikawa, Hideki Matsuyama, and Xander Schauffele. Do you want to go to any of these guys? Do you want to fade this range, make a more balanced build? Personally, I think there is a world to go to these guys. And I think it is honestly, if you want to, I think the cheap guy in Colin Morikawa in terms of cheap and lesser owned guy could really do you right this week. And I like that for a few reasons. This golf course is going to set up for guys who are hitting fairways. One, I don't think the winner of this event is going to be a perfectly positional guy, but I believe if you're hitting fairways and have really strong driving accuracy for the week, your floor is going to be tremendously high. And Colin Morikawa should definitely give you that. More than anything, like he gets up for this event. He wants to play this event. He's ready to play this event. He has that heritage. So Colin Morikawa at 10,300, I think is going to be the least owned guy up here. And if you get him right, if he finishes T5, Decky and Xander are T9 and T15, you're in the right spot. So Colin Morikawa, 10,300 is my favorite play in this upper range. So we'll build our lineup with him at the top. Colin Morikawa is our first guy in. I think it's a great way to get different. 9K range, we have Kevin Yu all the way up to Chris Gotterup. Personally, don't love Chris Gotterup. I'm a big Chris Gotterup fan. I just believe he's priced a little bit too high. I don't think this is the best course setup for him. Alex Noren is doing nothing but play amazing golf. He got that win over on the DP World Tour. Almost got consecutive wins, I believe, on the DP World Tour. But this should set up for him well. I do kind of not love the price because he's not the most consistent PGA Tour player. He makes his hay in like semi-weaker events and I guess on the DP World Tour. This isn't the strongest field in the world. It's not the worst play on the board, but I think you can get some decent value down the board. And I would go to Kurt Kitayama at $9,400. Obviously got that win over the summer, and I really think this golf course is going to set up for elite total drivers of the golf ball. And Kurt Kitayama, when he's going, is surely that. So if you're hitting the ball both long, both straight, you're going to have a chance down the stretch on Sunday. And if Kurt's doing that, he will check that box. So Kurt and Michael Thorbjornsen really check those two boxes of being both long and being both straight and having that high ceiling while being a little bit up and down. Like they can have a bad week, they can have a win. But I think that little bit of risk is what you need, especially if you're going with the safer play up top. So I like Kurt Kitayama, Michael Thorbjornsen a lot in this 9K range. I don't necessarily love Rasmus Højgaard right above him. His last week at the Sanderson Farms was all with the putter. I'm going to fade that, honestly. I mean, Rasmus is a great putter, but you never want a guy gaining X amount of strokes putting. I don't remember how much, like 7+ strokes putting and not having the best ball striking week. So fading Rasmus off that great week, and I think he'll be popular, so I think it could be a really solid fade. But my two favorite plays here are Kurt Kitayama, Michael Thorbjornsen, and I don't mind Alex Noren. So we'll wait. We'll start with Colin, but we'll wait to plug in more guys until we go through the rest of this field. 8K range, Max Homa all the way down to Max Grazerman. The Maxes round out the 8K range. My favorite play in this 8K range is going to be Adam Scott at $8,500. He's going to be a short click, so I'll get him right now. Now, Adam Scott, I believe he's got some more love in him. I believe he's got some more great golf in him. Now, like I said at the top, total driving is the name of the game at this golf course. I know it's a new course. We don't have much data on it, but from the research I've done, I believe you want to be a stern driver. I believe you want to be both long and straight. If you're wild at all, you're going to have some trouble. But if you have to pick one between long and straight, or sorry, yeah, between long and straight, go with straight. I think there's a world for guys to mint fairways and make up ground with their iron play, not win, but finishes at the top 15, top 20 with their iron play. But Adam Scott, he is both long and straight, can hit it both ways, and he's been hitting the driver really well to end the 2025 FedEx Cup season. I think he's going to be a great play at $8,500. Towards the top, if I had to pick one guy, it would probably be Max Homa. Actually, it would surely be Max Homa. Max Homa is confident. He's not here for no vacation. He needs to keep that good play up, and he looked solid last week in Jackson. Just I keep plugging along with Max Homa. He's not priced too high yet, but get ahead of him while you can. I don't really love the middle. Garrett Kigo is still overpriced. Wyndham Clark, I don't trust. Seabez, safe, but what's really his ceiling at $8,400? I'm not really sure. Towards the bottom, I think you can make some hay. I don't mind Vince Whaley. Like it's not the best price for Vince Whaley, but he's a fall swing guy. He knows how important these starts are, and he played really well last week. I'm a little bit concerned that it might be a little bit too big of a moment for him. These bigger names are in the field, and he doesn't really play well when that's the case. So I really don't love this 8K range. It'd probably be just Max Homa and obviously Adam Scott for me. So I'd probably like more guys down to the 7K range. We have Matt Wallace, 7,900, down to Mark Hubbard, 75. We'll split this range into two. And I'm going to go with Austin Eckroat. Austin Eckroat is definitely one of those guys who can be the shorter hitters, who is minting fairways and leaning on their approach play. Austin Eckroat had a really good end to the 2025 season. He had a pretty weak start to the season, and then he figured it out towards the middle of the season. He's great off the tee in terms of driving accuracy and can get hot with the iron. So I love Austin Eckroat at 75. Towards the middle, I really love Bud Cauley. Towards the top of the 10K range, I really love Bud Cauley. But my favorite play over here is probably Rico Hoey at $7,700. Just like Adam Scott, elite total driver of the golf ball. He had a poor driving week at the Sanderson Farms, but we know that's going to turn around. The iron play has been tremendous for Rico. Obviously, the putter is a bit of a question mark for Rico, but the ball striking will prevail here. So I love Rico Hoey, $7,700. We are left with $8,000 average. There's a nice little balance build. We will go towards the bottom of the 7K range and then round us off. So $7,400 Ben on down to 7K. Taylor Moore. Again, Nico Echeverria, defending champion not of this exact event, of this exact golf course, but defending champion in Japan. Nico Echeverria is criminally underpriced for the ceiling that he brings out. He has every bit ability to get into the mix, to win golf tournaments, and to play golf, and he continues to be priced so low. If you're just playing Nico Etch at these prices, you're going to play well. I love him at $7,100. I also love Ryan Gerard, 74. Tried and true ball striker, a weak putter, but like I said, the ball striking will prevail, and I believe this price is a little bit too cheap for Ryan Gerard. So down at the bottom of this 7K range, Ryan Gerard and Nico Etch are really solid plays in my opinion. Also Eric Cole. When Eric Cole gets in these little runs, he has that super high floor, like a top 20 floor. Might not get off to the best start or the best finish, but he'll finish inside the top 10. He'll go on a birdie run from Thursday afternoon to Friday afternoon, and that'll just be enough to get inside that top 15 or top 10. So I love Eric Cole when he gets hot and proves to get hot. So $7,200, Eric Cole. We have $8,800 left to build with, but let's go through the 6K range first. 6K range, I love at the top, Lee Hodges. He is a great driver of the golf ball, especially when he gets going. Like, he had a great start to 2025 last year, and he got injured, but he gained so much speed with the driver, and he started to pick it back up once he was injured for like almost 2 months, I believe. And once he got back, he was a little slow, but I do love what Lee Hodges can do with the driver. Alex Smalley, 67. He's just having bad short game right now. specifically bad around the green. I do not think that's too much for him to overcome. So Alex Smalley, $6,700, a great buy low. I love him so much more than Garrett Higo. If you could find an Alex Smalley versus Garrett Higo matchup, I would hit that, truthfully. Towards the bottom of this 6K range, Carl Phillips at $6,300. The name versus price ratio is just too low, in my opinion. I don't believe Carl Phillips is going to just win and then be forgotten, truthfully. I'm down for him to give him a shot. It's a really risky lineup, a risky play. I think if you want to play Carl, go with that balanced or safer lineup, have him be your risky play, but he has all of the top 10 ability for sure. And then here we go. Ricky Kawamoto. Got that right. There's going to be one random Jap who finishes inside the top 10. It happens every single year. And Ricky is going to be my guy. He finished top 10 at the Open, and he had a really solid finish last time in his Japanese tour, not debut, Japanese tour start. So I believe that he could easily be that random Japanese guy to get off to that great start, make a ton of birdies. They know what it takes to not play well, but they know what it takes to get inside the top 10 here. They've played these courses before. They know the style of golf. So I'm not going to go through every Japanese player, but I'm going to go with that one random Jap who I can hopefully nail. We've gotten, I think, at the last 4 Japanese events, I think 2 of them, we've gotten one of the top 10 Japs. So hopefully we get it right this year. He's going to be my guy, and it's going to be a super unique build. So we have $2,600 left on the table. Colin Morikawa, Adam Scott, Austin Eckler, Rico Hoey, Eric Cole, Ricky Kawamoto. That's going to be different. No one knows anything at this point in the season. I can promise you DraftKings doesn't know anything. So get different, leave a lot on the table, and have fun with it. Enjoy that sweat at midnight, and I'll catch you guys tonight for the betting show with Dom. Any questions, you know where to find me. See you guys very soon.